Good day, everyone. It's Caitlin, and today we are making accessories for our Stump doll: a handkerchief, a neckerchief, a belt, and a little tiny pocket. Alright, hello and welcome. So here's our little Dolly, and we're going to make her some accessories today. I think we're going to start with the neckerchief because she has quite the neckline that needs to be filled in. Yeah, so we're going to get straight to that. How do I want to measure this? That's a good question. I think we're going to start with the gray first. I have a gray and I have a green, so I think we're going to make her two, just for kicks. So I was going to make her coloring too, but I've decided she's lower class enough, so let's not make her any nice. She doesn't really have any nice dresses, so I want to make her nice accessories. Let's see. Is that going to be too big? That is going to be perfect. Look at that. It's perfect for her. So yeah, we need to hem this, obviously. And I might need to fill in the back of her head a little bit. Poor thing looks like she's losing hair. She's not. She just has bald spots. Okay. I'm going to get my sewing stuff, and we're going to do basically a very fine stitch. So turn it under, a very fine little narrow hem all the way around. It should be a quick, simple project. That's why we're going to do two of them. And then we can start on pockets, because she needs a pocket. Alright, so I have it all kind of hemmed up, so it's about 1/8 of an inch hem. It's not quite a narrow hem. And we're just doing a hem stitch, which I think most people today would call a whip stitch. All the way across. And if you're doing machine stitch era, obviously it's going to be machine stitched. I do find that things lay better when it's done by hand, especially when it's on the small scale. I'm going to get a measurement for y'all. It's about 7 inches, so I cut it 7.5. Yep. Okay, yeah. So I cut it 7.5. It ends up being about 7 inches square. Also, we may not do the second kerchief because I found another thing that I want to talk about in a minute. We'll do that next before we get to the pocket. We'll still make the pocket last. So we may just do one neckerchief. Especially because the fabrics that I found were so similar. I mean, this was going to be the other fabric. It's the same thing but in green and slightly bigger squares. So it's not like it's anything spectacularly different, and she already has a green dress, so does she really need a green neckerchief as well? If I had a stripe or something, I would probably do, a different one, but because they were so similar, I don't think we're going to do that after all. So, okay, the thing that I was going to tell y'all. So we're just going to go through a button bear and purchase, basically, because I bought several things. Okay, these are best belt buckles for red. Those don't count. What did I buy these for? I don't remember where I bought these, but I'm sure I'll remember at some point. Belt buckle for me. Buttons for a project. Way more buttons for a project. Tatting shuttle. That's really pretty. Even though I already have 3 and I don't tat. But this will be fun. This is not going to be for this doll. It's going to be a down the road thing. But I have that other porcelain doll from the 1860s. And there are doll ice skates. Aren't they cute? So yeah, we're definitely going to have to make a skating outfit for that next doll. So I think, is it next year that we're doing that? No, next year we're making a, okay, we're making an 1820s doll. Okay, year after that. I've been keeping on to these for like 2 years. But yeah, we're going to be making the other porcelain doll, and she's going to have a skating outfit. Aren't those cute? Okay. had to share that. Other thing is for this doll, I did find some doll belt buckles, which are a little bit big for this size doll, but we're going to go ahead and make it work. Because why not? And I don't have any silk ribbon with me right now, but I have some, well, it's actually not any straw braid. I have paper braid for bonnets, and we're going to make a belt out of this. And actually, I'm just going to approximate it, and we'll do it in a minute. Okay, I actually did not do a terrible job measuring that. Okay. Cut this right here for right now, and we'll put it on her in a minute. But yeah, I could do a wider ribbon too, but it's gonna look so good on her. A little bit big, but it's gonna look good. Alright, I'm gonna put that to the side, and we're gonna work on the last thing, which is a pocket. Now, I don't think we're gonna do a pair of pockets. I think we're just gonna do a pocket for her. She needs a good sized pocket, I think. It's a little too small. And I use some of this for my patchwork pockets. Okay. So that's going to be a pocket shape. You can absolutely tell how technical all this is. And, oops. Okay. Now we're going to need to cut down the center here so she can get her hand through her pocket. And I guess it's probably best to bind this thing. It's going to be fun. This is tiny. Pretty sure a whip stitch would have been a little bit better, but we're going to go with this. And this is just like making an adult pocket, just on a smaller scale. I'm going to flip this end over. Turning that little corner is always difficult. You know, we have a pocket. We should probably need to make her a little handkerchief to go inside of it. Just a simple little one. It'll be like making a neckerchief again. There it is. Now we get to sew these two things together. With this thing on the edge. I think it's way easier to go from this end. Oh no, maybe it doesn't. Ah, okay. I'm going to do the same thing. Actually, I think I am going to whip it down. Just got to make sure I get both, layers now. And not too close to the edge, otherwise they'll just unravel on me. And now we can kind of do the same thing we did before, which is turn this back side out, or yeah, turn to the back, and go right across the edge again. Doll accessories are fun just because if you have little itty bitty tiny scraps that are good for literally nothing else, you can probably use it to make doll accessories. Because, I mean, I would look like a piece of fabric about that big, an inch by maybe an inch and a half or so, and I think it would be useless. Like, in my mind, I wouldn't think that I would be using this for anything, and I might throw it out. But clearly it could become something quite pretty and functional. Because although this is a doll pocket, we're making it an entirely functional pocket. So there we are so far. Isn't that just like adorable? Okay. So I needed at least this long plus a good amount for tying. I'm going to cheat slightly on the top because I don't want to get so bulky because it's so tiny that I don't think I can do a piece on top and then put this as a drawstring on the inside. So what I'm going to do is mark the center. And mark the center here. Okay. And we're going to fold it in half and do the same thing we were doing. But only on this part, so the rest of it will look like ties. Oh, it's a little bit fiddly. Okay. Okay. Now I get to turn it around. Do the same thing from the back. Alrighty. We have a pocket. Look at that. Look at the itty bitty pocket. Okay, we're gonna have to make a handkerchief now. Alright, here's her tiny little handkerchief. It is just over 2.5 inches wide. I'm just doing a small hem again. Again, this is a great way to use up those tiny little scraps that I find. I just can't bear to throw away. I think for video purposes only, we're going to put the pocket on the outside of her skirt. Just because I want y'all to be able to see it. Oh. So I stabbed myself with a pin. But we are just under an hour of sewing. So I got all 4 things. Okay, granted the belt didn't really need anything. And I was including searching for fabrics and deciding on things. So again, like I think I say every month, doll clothes are so easy and they're so fast. And you just feel accomplished because things are done. So that is our entire video. I guess we'll go ahead and put everything on her and see what it all looks like. Alright, there's our little lady. Let's go ahead and take her apron off because that won't be needed anymore. And let's start with the neckerchief. So I'm going to fold it in half, like how I would put on a neckerchief. Just, totally put my hands on where I probably should be hitting my hands, but it's a doll, so it's okay. There we go. And now she doesn't look quite so immodest, which is a good thing. There we go. Tiny little handkerchief. Alright, we are going to put the pocket around her waist because, reasons. Typically these go, of course, under the skirt. And we're hidden. Even the pretty ones, which is weird to us. Alrighty. Put her belt buckle on. I'll kind of hide it a little bit. Okay. Her head can stay up. Alright, and let's put her little handkerchief. best way to put a handkerchief in a pocket. And just kind of have it hanging out a little bit. Just like that, I think. Okay, keep your head up here. Alright, there we go. Isn't that adorable? It's hard for y'all to see her. She's at the wrong angle. There she is. And yeah, those are her little doll accessories. Again, doll stuff. Super fast, super simple. Doesn't require a lot of technical work. I mean, it's tiny, so sometimes that can get a little difficult. But overall, that's just easy projects and you feel accomplished. But I think that gray looks really good with that green. And it's also going to look really good with the navy one too. And the red pocket looks good with everything. So everything coordinates and it looks great. And I think this is our very last video with this doll. We're going to do another cloth doll for the rest of the year. An 1850s and 60s cloth doll. And for that one, we're going to make her a whole new wardrobe. So it's going to be basically the same thing as this doll, but a different time period. And I get to machine sew things, which is going to be fun. So this one is completely done, and she can go up until I need her. So this will be the last time I see her for a while. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today as we made our little doll accessories for our Stump doll. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click that little bell notification so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. And as always, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you back here in the next one.